Welcome back. Last week I was watching Seinfeld, and then I found out that Malcolm in the Middle was coming back as not a rerun, but a sequel, right? A continuation to the show. And I started rewatching Malcolm in the Middle, started rewatching Seinfeld. I love Seinfeld. And no joke, back to back, I watch these episodes and I'm like, what the heck? So as someone that's trying to always like elevate and find ways to improve physically, mentally, something that keeps popping up, especially as a guy, is semen retention, which you're basically like abstaining from sex, pornography, anything that's gonna basically, get you all worked up. And I never really looked into it because, I date. I'm not gonna, I never really found like a reason to do that. But I did find it interesting that they show it on the show, right? Like the benefits, right? People, this is like long before this whole movement was going on. But anyways, I noticed that in Seinfeld and in Malcolm in the Middle, they both show. So in Seinfeld, they show George basically abstaining from sex, and then he sees all these benefits. Malcolm in the Middle as well. But I'll play the scenes for you. They're very short. And check it out.
It was Pericles. That's correct. Like fire in the school, such a big deal. That matches. Middle drawer. Mr. Arthur Conan Doyle. Arthur Conan Doyle. Thanks. Hello. Oh, hi, Kate.
I heard what happened to the junior high. They can't bump you like that. That is so unprofessional.
Oh, relax, Katie. It's not a problem. It's Borax.
They bump you in junior high. The next thing you know, you're being bumped in high schools, colleges, trade schools. Before you know it, Letterman's not returning your calls.
Ministry. I don't have any ministries. You see your balls. No, Katie, don't. Thank you. That is tungsten or wolfram.
We're looking for what is tungsten or wolfram.
Is this a repeat? No, just lately I've been thinking a lot clearer. Like this afternoon, Mr. Chicken Kiev. I really enjoyed watching a documentary with Louise. Louise? That's what's doing it. You're no longer preoccupied with sex, so your mind is able to focus. Yeah, let's say this is your brain. Okay? Now, from what I know about you, your brain consists of two parts. The intellect, represented here, and the part obsessed with sex. Now, granted, you have extracted an astonishing amount from this little scrap. But with no sex Louise, this previously useless lump is now functioning for the first time in its existence. Oh my God. I just remembered where I left my retainer in second grade.
So it basically proceeds to, the episode ends where he's gonna I think it was like he was at a spelling bee and he was gonna, you're like, he's gonna win. But anyways, he ends up having sex and becomes dumb again. And I'm just like, okay, that's definitely the benefits that people talk about having. But this is what happens when Hal, the dad from Malcolm in the Middle, can't get sex.
I have a low-grade infection. I have to take antibiotics. And we can't have sex for a week. Until I finish these.
Okay, let's try to look at this rationally. What would happen if you took them all at once?
No, Hal.
Or, what if we alternated? One day off, one day on? I'm not a medical doctor, but I think it would be a lot less of a shock to your system.
No sex for a week.
Hey, morning, Reese. How's it going?
What are you doing now?
Well, I was just lying in bed this morning staring at the ceiling, and I thought, why don't I paint the kitchen cabinets? Oh, I made crepes. Uh-huh. Come on, sit down. Look, I've got strawberries, bananas, peaches, drawn butter, maple syrup, you name it.
If you guys watch the show, you guys know that the parents don't do this at all, right? They're not like, especially Hall, he's just like kind of like always zoned out. He's in a different world, and right now he's super present.
Hey, honey, where have you been?
I was up at 4 scouring the grout in the shower, and I thought, the flower market is open this early. Why not drive downtown and buy some fresh cut flowers?
They're beautiful.
Grapes can't. Gotta make the boys lunches.
I've already made them lunch.
Oh, well, double lunches.
Hey, oh!
Did you guys see the front of the house? Look at the front of the house. That is not how the house normally looks like. it usually looks like crap. And did they show it at all here? Oh, they don't show it. But the house looks completely horrible normally if you guys see the show. But look how clean it is because they're not doing the deed.
I was working through lunch, and Mr. Collins came by and started asking me about what I was doing. I think I'm getting a raise.
Hal, that's wonderful.
I'm glad that we decided not to.
Absolutely. Every other aspect of our lives is getting so much attention. Our lives are so much better.
I think that's how really successful people just.
Can't think of any other explanation.
So Bill Gates?
Probably never.
Probably never. So there you go. There you have it. I just was watching these shows and I was like, what the heck? I don't know if I'm living in a simulation where the world is just showing me more of what my attention is at the moment. But anyway, I don't know. I don't know if you guys are part of the movement, if you guys do the whole NoFap thing. Never done it in my life. I've probably done it unintentionally, just been so busy that I just kind of like went without it for maybe a week, maybe a month tops. But I think it's if it's something that you have an issue with and you're becoming very unproductive because you're either on the web or you're, I don't know, you're clapping cheeks 24/7, maybe give it a try. But I don't know, there's people out there that are smashing left and right and still are super successful. So I guess it just depends on the person. I think I actually saw an interview one time with this prisoner, obviously in a prison. And he was talking about, he's like, oh, since you guys, you've been here for 10 years plus, like, you don't get to hook up with girls. Like, do you feel like more focused, more dialed in? And he's like, it just depends on what your vice is, like what your like mind goes to. So some guys it's like hooking up with girls, some other guys is, alcohol or whatever it is, right? Whatever your vice is, video games, right? Some people just put the video games down and they're like dialed in, their focus. Some people are just like, get some good sleep, you're dialed in, your focus. So I thought that was interesting because not everybody becomes weak when they're getting laid. So anyways, I thought that was interesting. I don't know if you guys ever watched those shows and saw the parallel of these two shows. I mean, this is like early 2000s, late 90s. Seinfeld is late 90s for sure. But anyways, guys, until next time, just a little quick chat.